Welcome back. My name is Patrick, and this is the Edmonton Oilers Team Rundown. Today we'll be looking at the Edmonton Oilers goaltenders. The Edmonton Oilers currently have 4 goaltenders under contract for the 2022-2023 season. Mike Smith has 1 year remaining on his deal at a $2.2 million cap hit. Stuart Skinner has 1 year remaining on his deal at $750,000. Olivier Rodrigue has 1 year remaining on his deal at $795,000, and Ryan Fanti is signed for the next 2 years at a cap hit of $883,750. UFA Mikko Koskinen has signed with HC Lugano of the Swiss League, and former prospect Ilya Konovalov recently had his contract bought out and is headed for the KHL. Recent speculation points to Mike Smith possibly retiring this summer. He has battled a series of injury issues over the past few years, and his body might not be up to the challenge of another season. If he doesn't retire, and no further moves are made, then the Oilers' goaltending tandem this season will be Mike Smith and Stuart Skinner. It is a near universal belief, though, that the Oilers need to upgrade in goal. Sportsnet insider Elliot Friedman revealed that even if Mike Smith does return, expect him to end up on long-term injured reserve. If that's the case, as long as he's on for the full season, the Oilers can still pursue another goaltender. Olivier Rodrigue and Ryan Fanti would be the tandem for the Oilers' AHL affiliate, the Bakersfield Condors. I would bring in a new number 1 or 1A goaltender, allowing Skinner to be the 1B or backup, and I would also look to bring in a new third-string goaltender with NHL experience. Having Olivier Rodrigue and Ryan Fanti as the goalies to call on if there's an injury doesn't fill me with a ton of confidence. I would have been fine with Konovalov if he was still there, but since he's gone, the Oilers need to bring someone in. Let's take a look at Edmonton's 4 goaltenders. Mike Smith has had a fantastic career, but one way or another, this looks to be his final season in the NHL. He had strong bounce backs from injuries last year and the season before, bringing the Oilers to life in the 2020-2021 season after a dismal start, and carrying the load as the number 1 during the recent playoff run. I have my doubts we even see him dress this season. Retirement or LTIR is likely Smith's future. Speaking of the future, Stuart Skinner is just that for the Edmonton Oilers. He saw his first significant NHL action last season, going 6-6 with a goals against average of .262 and a save percentage of .913. The Oilers have to be careful not to put too much on Skinner too fast. In my opinion, you let him be the backup this year. If he takes the reins and runs with them, great, but make sure you have a strong goaltender there to shelter him. Olivier Rodrigue has spent 2 seasons with the Bakersfield Condors, and the numbers don't excite you. In 11 games played in 2020-2021, he had a goals against average of .299 and a save percentage of .894. In 2021-2022, in 13 games played, he had a goals against average of .309 and a save percentage of .886. Rodrigue has been behind Skinner in the Oilers' development system, and I think this season might be his last chance to prove something. He could be a late bloomer, just looking for more opportunity, but at this point, I'm not seeing the NHL in his future. The Oilers signed Ryan Fanti earlier this season from the University of Minnesota Duluth of the NCAA. Last year in the NCAA, Fanti posted a goals against average of .183 and a save percentage of .929, appearing in 37 games. He played a single game for the Bakersfield Condors, which didn't go well, but it was just 1 game. This year will be Fanti's first real test, going up against pros. As I mentioned, Olivier Rodrigue hasn't exactly impressed to this point, so there's an opportunity there for Fanti to jump right up to the top of the pecking order. It's too early to say what Fanti's future could be, but the Oilers definitely need more goaltenders to develop within their own system. So as I said earlier, I think the Oilers should ideally bring in 2 goaltenders, a new number 1 and a new third-string goaltender that can play in both Bakersfield and Edmonton, as I'm not comfortable with Rodrigue or Fanti as a call-up option. I'll go more in depth in upcoming goalie targets features, but here are some names I could see as possibilities for the Oilers in the 1A or starting position. Pending UFA Ville Husso of the St. Louis Blues, pending UFA Marc-Andre Fleury of the Minnesota Wild, pending UFA Jack Campbell of the Toronto Maple Leafs, pending UFA Darcy Kemper of the Colorado Avalanche, and possible trade acquisition John Gibson of the Anaheim Ducks. Here are some names I could see for the third string goalie position. Pending UFA Michael Hutchinson of the Toronto Maple Leafs, pending UFA Andrew Hammond of the New Jersey Devils, pending UFA John Gillies of the New Jersey Devils, pending UFA Charlie Lindgren of the St. Louis Blues, and pending UFA Hari Satiri of the Arizona Coyotes. Well, that's my look at the goalies, guys. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. If this is your first visit to the channel and you like what you see, please consider liking and subscribing for all the latest Oilers content. You've been watching the Oilers Fanatic. Thanks for being a fan. Have a great day, guys, and I'll see you soon. Take care.